Oh, look at the sun. Look at it's glaring through. Should we move to the other side?
I think that's fine.
You think it looks fine? Hey, everyone. It is day 40 of my gratitude. Look who's crashing the party.
Hi.
Devynn is turning 26 today. So I decided that I would make her my day of gratitude. So I say this all the time. I've said this multiple times that I have two daughters. Sorry, we need to turn off this phone. It's blown up. I have two daughters, and I always say that this one saved my life and the other one gave my life meaning. I was 21 when Devynn was born. I know I'm just too young to have someone who's
Get out of here.
26. I was 21 when she was born, and I didn't know what I was doing. I was nervous. I remember when they, Devynn, the light. I remember when they told me it was time to leave the hospital. I was like, "You're just gonna give me this baby?" So I had no idea what I was doing. I was 21 years old. I was stressed about money and keeping this thing alive. And, but, she changed my life. I went from being this party kid who sleeping on people's couches and drinking all the time to just being this really responsible person. And I enjoyed it. I liked being a dad. I like being a dad.
Yeah, don't say the past tense. He's like, and we're disowning you.
Well, 26 means you're not on my, you're cut off. There's no more, nothing else for me to, there's nothing else for me to pay for.
That's not true. It's not true. I want that on the record. It's not true.
So I'm super grateful for her. I'm super grateful for the amazing kid she's turned out to be. This is a rough birthday because it's her first one without her grandma. And tell me the story. Tell everyone the story. Tell the story about your grandma. So last year.
So my grandma used to always take me every year for my birthday lunch. She would take me to lunch and then go shopping for my Christmas outfit. And last year it was her last Christmas. And so if you guys don't know, my grandma has passed in March from she had stage 4 pancreatic cancer. And when the chemo got really bad, and I it's horrible and I'm laughing at this, when the chemo got really bad, her eyes were really droopy. And so she had to hold up her eyes like so. And she wanted to take me, and so she took me last year, and she rented the motorized scooter, and she was holding up her eyes, and she kept running into people, and it was honestly probably the funniest memory I have of my grandma is her just running into people and me having to apologize, being like, "This is my grandma."
So if someone hits you with one of those motorized cars, maybe think before you cuss them out that maybe they can't see. So this year I took her and we bought 2 outfits, a shiny little halter top something that would not be grandma approved, and then we bought her a jumper that we're not going to talk about because she's going to surprise people, but I will post pictures of it later. But definitely grandma approved.
Oh, grandma stamp of approval right on it.
Grandma approved and grandma inspired for sure. So why we have you here, Devynn, because I'm doing my daily gratitude. What are you grateful for? Do you ever stop and say to yourself, what do you think about your dad doing this? Tell the people.
I'm grateful. Well, one with birthdays, I always feel really extra grateful because you get all the people that reach out to you and they're like, "Hey, happy birthday!" And it's people you probably haven't talked to in a few years, or you haven't really seen, but they always wish you well. But to be honest, every day I'm kind of grateful. Every day above ground's better than being the other way. I feel like
you're a little young to be thinking about being underground,
but I think I'm grateful for my family, my friends, that my dad has instilled in me. Being grateful for, if you don't have a lot, being grateful for the things you do have. And then also I'm really grateful for to be honest, my team, like people that just kind of have my back, like my staff at the cafes, and even the people that aren't my staff that I've we just opened at the Claremont Club, and we've kind of inherited another like mini type of team that rallied around us, and I'm just really grateful for that. And about you doing your days of gratitude, honestly, I watch it every day, and it makes me realize like there's a lot to be grateful for. Like, we were grateful about the rain the other day, and like, I mean, it was irritating me because sales are slow when it rains at the cafes, but it's there's two different points of view, and like you can be grateful for it because the world needs it, or you can be like, boo-hoo, I'm not making any money right now.
Well, and I think the thing is that I think some of us, and in our family in particular, I know this is true, people dwell on the things that are negative, the things that are, one time my mom said, why is this happening to me? And I was like, well, what makes you think you're special? Like, why are you not, why do you think that you shouldn't, it's that when you do what you dwell on expands, right? So if you dwell on your success and you focus on your success, then that success is going to expand. If you worry about your failures and you consistently are like, woe is me, I have to work today, versus, and it's funny because one of the most, someone who, my sister was like, said something to me one time, and a couple people have said something to me, and being a parent has really helped me do this. And she said that, like, when your kid like drops a glass of milk, do you yell at them or do you laugh? Right? Or do you sympathize? Like, what is your reaction? And that says a lot about your life. Right? Someone I used to work with, Michael Bracken, said that when a child's misbehaving, instead of spanking them, hug them. And I've never spanked my children because of that, because I'm like, it doesn't work. They're still creepy. It just makes me feel bad. But also now we're expanding on the negative and not finding the positive, expanding on that, right? So I also try, like, as a parent, I always try, I don't know if Devin even realizes this, I always to be like, well, here's something good before I say something bad, right? I try. I'm not perfect. It's a struggle. But for me, I know I have to say to myself, well, where's the silver lining? What happened here? What's going on? When my grandmother passed, it brought me and my sister closer. Right? And I know that had to happen in order for my youngest sister, Cammie, to come into my life. So sometimes even tragedy can bring something positive, but you can't change it. If something bad happens, you got to Hakuna Matata it, right? So super grateful. Besides your team, anything else you're grateful for? You want to tell the world?
I don't know. I mean, there's a lot. I could do 365 days with gratitude.
What's your goal this year? What are you looking forward to for 26 to 27? What are you hoping to get out of this next year?
Wrong hand. This hand.
You better put a ring on it, Sergio. That's what she's saying.
Hopefully, fingers crossed.
It's funny. I think that was what I said that in my gratitude. So we want rings. We want rings.
A joint engagement.
A joint engagement.
What do you want?
A joint engagement. So,
yeah.
Well, I hope that in future generations are watching it. This is your grandma.
YouTube's not gonna be around by then. Oh God.
This is your grandma. She's 26 today. Can you imagine? Remember how old grandma was when you were born?
Great grandfather.
Just
This is him at 47.
the idea that your grandchildren are going to watch this. What do you want to tell what wisdom do you want to pass on to your grandchildren?
Why don't you pass on to your great grandchildren?
I ain't gonna have any because you ain't ever getting married. All right. Here's my 3 things. Yesterday, something I did that I want to repeat. I spent quality time with my coworkers, and that was an amazing experience. Even coworkers that I don't have a lot in common with, we found common ground last night at the party and had an amazing time. Great conversation. I'm just super, super, super grateful. And then the other thing is, and I already did my gratitude about this, was I got to see the new owners of the office that I'm under. I'm watching them succeed, and it's gratifying to me to see them succeed because I see the path for where I want to be. So what about you? What's something yesterday you did that you want to repeat?
Oh Lordy, don't put me on the spot like this. I don't have my 3 things.
Okay. What is something I did yesterday that I do not want to repeat? I rushed through something I wanted to do to get to something that I had to do. And I need to be like, wait a second, this is what I want to do. So no, let's not rush through this. Let's take the time to do this right, because this is what I want in my life. And this other thing, it's just going to have to wait. Right. And 3, something I didn't do yesterday that I'm going to do today. It isn't that I didn't do it, but I did not do my gratitude till like 11:57. So, I've been slipping. I used to do it every day at 8 o'clock. I decided I wasn't giving you guys my full attention. So I've moved it, but it's got to stay a priority. I got to meet my goal of 365 days. Anything else you want to say on your birthday to your future generations of grandchildren and great grandchildren?
I want to say he's annoying when he does that. Okay, you're old too.
All right, everyone. I love you. I will see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Happy birthday, Devynn.
Thank you.
Here we go.